Hi, welcome to the Loopy Yarn Corner. This is going to be episode 11 in my series for how to crochet from step 1, and this is going to be the last video in the series. Hooray! If you made it this far, good job. We're almost done. So this video, we're going to talk about post stitches. Now, I have here just a row of double crochet, and to work post stitches, you're usually going to want double crochet or triple crochet to work it onto. I have seen people do it on a half double crochet, even single crochet, but the stitches aren't that tall and it's really hard to do, and you'll see what I mean as we go along. So here we are with a row of double crochet, and you would normally chain 3, but I'm going to chain 2 for this, and then turn. And then you're going to separate your posts, your stitches down here. And you're going to yarn over because we're doing a double. And we're going to do a front post first. Now there are front posts and there are back posts, and I will show you how to do both in this video. But for a front post, you come around to the front of your work, you go behind the stitch of the previous row, yarn over, pull through, and then work your stitch. And I'm doing a double crochet post, so I'll work a double crochet. Okay, so there's your post stitch. Let's try it again. Yarn over, around the front of your work, go around the stitch, pull your yarn through, and work your double crochet. Yarn over, go to the front, around the stitch, work your double crochet, okay, and I'm just going to keep doing that, and I'll meet you at the end when we're ready to turn. Okay, so I just reached the end of my row of post stitches, and now for the edge, we're going to go into the starting chain, yarn over, pull through, and work a half double crochet stitch. Now the reason we're doing a half double crochet instead of a double crochet is because with post stitches, your stitch is going to start lower than where it would normally start, and it makes it a shorter stitch than it normally would be. So for a double crochet post stitch, you're going to want a half double crochet at the edges. And for a triple crochet or a treble crochet post stitch, you're going to want a double crochet at the edges. Just one size down. But we're at the edge of our row here, so I'm going to chain 2 again and turn. Now this is a good time to mention something that I haven't mentioned so far in this series, and that is the sides of your work. There's always a side that you want to be presentable, and the side that you can consider you're the back of your work. Now the front side, which is going to be this side for us, is called the right side, and the back side is going to be called the wrong side. This is going to be important in a minute. So I've chained 2, let's turn. And now we're looking at the wrong side of the work. So to keep going with the posts on the front, we're going to now work a back post because we did a front post for this side. So anything that you do on your wrong side when it comes to post stitches is going to be the opposite of what you did on the right side if you want to keep going with the same look. Now, we're going to switch that up here in a minute. But for now, I want these tall columns of crochet to just keep going the way they are. So now we're going to do a back post. So the way you do a back post is you yarn over and you go to the back of your work. Stick your hook through the front and around that post that way. And then you're going to yarn over and pull it up, yarn over, and work your double crochet. just like that. Now the back post is kind of tricky to do. It takes some getting used to because you have to pull your yarn up through this gap here, and it's easy to catch other pieces of yarn and other strands, and it can get messy. But just keep practicing with it and you'll figure out how to do it pretty easily. Just like that. We do one more and then I'll show you what it looks like from the front side. Okay, so on the back, when you're doing right side front post, wrong side back post, it's pushing the tops of your stitches to the wrong side of your work. And on the front side, you just have these long, continuous columns with nothing interrupting them, and they just go for a long time until you're done with your post stitches. So I'm gonna finish this row and then I'll come back to you and then we'll talk about how to switch it up. Okay, so I've just finished my work, chain 2 and turned, and now we can see the front side has these lovely tall posts on it. Now I want to switch it up and do back posts on the front, on the right side of the work, and front posts on the back side of the work. And it's going to create these stripes. So now we're going to yarn over and do exactly what we just did on the previous row. Come around from the back, grab your yarn, pull it up through this hole, work your double crochet. Yarn over, around the back, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, work your double crochet. Remember how I said you can catch a whole lot of stray fibers? I just did. So let me start that over. There we go. Okay, and now you can see that it looks like a back post. We are pushing the tops of the stitches to the front this time. And on the back, you've got these long continuing columns. So I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, I did my half double crochet, chain 2, turned and worked my first front post stitch this time, because we have these long columns in the back and I want to continue them for 2 rows. So you can see you have long columns here, and this is where we were working back post. So you could say that for this was our right side, and then we switched it and made this our wrong side for these 2 rows, if that makes sense. And back here, this was our wrong side, and then we switched it and made this our right side. But in reality, this is still our right side. We just have back posts showing because I chose to do that. So that's how you do post stitches, and I hope this was helpful. I have a challenge for you. Now that we have reached the end of the beginner crochet series, you can now make a scarf. Go through and figure out which stitch of the ones that I showed you want to use. So single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, or treble crochet. And then work a foundation chain, a foundation row in the stitch that you have chosen. And then just work it to as wide as you want your scarf to be. And then work that stitch for as long as you want your scarf to be. And that's all it takes. So I hope that this series has been helpful to you, and I hope that you enjoy what comes next. But thank you for watching, and have a good day. Bye-bye.